It's time for our daily dose of cope, and we have Panthero Blackstone at the Leopards News Network news anchor's desk today. So many stories to get to. Let's jump right into them. First, I want to start out with this post from this young man who regrets his vote. And I wonder how many young men are going to regret their vote, especially seeing the way things are going right now, the way he's crashing the economy and making things absolutely worse for years to come. The older people might not live to see things in, the full destruction, but a 19-year-old is going to live through this for several decades. Anyways, he says, I deeply regret my vote. And he posted this in the centrist subreddit. He says, voting for Trump in 2024 was the greatest mistake of my entire life. I am 19 years old and this was my first presidential election. I don't stand by or condone what the administration has done and never was a hardline, far-right conservative. Sure as hell am not now. I walked into the polls in November without honestly knowing which candidate I would choose since I was very on the fence about both sides. Pro-Second Amendment, pro-life. This pro-life. This pro-life is just about anything that will bring anybody over to the Republican side. That's how hardline these anti-abortion people are. All right, he says, but also pro-environment and pro-Ukraine. Now I wish I hadn't voted at all, much less Trump. That still would have gotten Trump in office. Don't try and rationalize my decision in your head because it wasn't rational. I did not properly weigh the potential pros and cons of the candidates. There aren't any dots to connect. I flat out made the incorrect decision. I feel evil. I feel like a horrible, selfish, foolish person, and there's nothing that can really be done to remedy this mistake. I've already decided to vote a full blue ticket in 2026, but that doesn't fix what damage has already been done to this country. In our democracy, we give our small amount of political power to people who we believe deserve through the ballot. I need to take accountability for that ballot because even though my state was a safe red one this season, I'm ultimately a part of it. Alienating our closest allies is stupid. Cutting PBS and the NWS is stupid. The tariffs are stupid. The blatant disregard for the Constitution is stupid. Detaining and deporting people without due process is stupid. Supporting Israel is stupid. Not siding with Ukraine and trying to exit NATO is stupid. Cutting education funding is stupid. All the warning signs were spelled out in Project 2025, plus Trump's personal life, plus January 6th, and my dumbass disregarded it. Instead wanting change from the previous administration. I knew damn well, and I hate it. What pushed me to the red side of the fence was that Harris was the status quo candidate. And ultimately, I wanted change. But boy, we sure as hell did get a lot of change. This populist line of thinking is dangerous and has proven to be in the past. I've been beating the poop out of myself about it ever since that day, and it's been difficult to genuinely enjoy most aspects of life with looking at the headlines. I, along with tens of millions of other Americans, made a massive mistake in November, and so many innocent people are paying the price far greater. And so many innocent people are paying a price far greater. I personally feel responsible for every idiotic decision, as well as the future decisions our president, Congress, and SCOTUS send out/approve like a twisted knife. The mental and emotional wounds will remain even after all of this blows over. And he is absolutely right. This is going to remain for a long, long time. Why post here? I don't want to be associated at all with people who somehow still support our idiocracy. I also don't want to take part in the partisanship that is tearing this country apart. And my conscience would have probably broken me from the amount of shame and guilt I've harbored since November had I kept it in any longer. I want to follow an actual centrist line of thinking, which is why I've been closely looking at this subreddit. Also, humility is going to require some humiliation, so I fully expect and understand that this is going to lead to a lot of unkind words sent my way. Righteously deserved, I'll probably agree with what most of you have to say. The confession is worthless without a pledge to change. I was wrong. So unfathomably wrong. Yeah, no stuff, OP, is what I imagine is cycling through most of your heads by now. And I want to amend for this. If I don't take accountability, I'm not going to see the change through. I want to be better. I'm voting all Democrat in 2026. I hope we all do. I hope we all do too, especially those who also regret their ballot cast. And I hope that I won't regret these votes as much as I regret my past one. The reasons why men didn't vote for Kamala Harris is strictly misogyny. And that's it, because whenever they give the reasons, like he said, because she was part of the status quo. He didn't talk anything about her politics or anything that he truly disliked about what she was aiming to do. She was part of the status quo. So yeah, it was dumb, and he knows it's dumb. And I really do wonder how things are going to fall in line with these midterms, if we do get midterms, the way Trump and MAGA, the way they're breaking our Constitution and democracy. We shall see if these people can even fix anything that they have broken. And this person is calling it right, especially since dude said that he was pro-life, which means he doesn't give a damn about women having autonomy. So Tango Zulu says, what a bunch of BS. Just say it. You were mad at women. You swallowed the red pill and you voted for change, like taking opportunity and bodily autonomy from women so you could land a wife servant in the future. I've never been in contact with this person, Tango Zulu, but I'm glad that we're on the same page, wife servant, because that is how many of these men see women. Here's the OP, though, saying lots of young men are falling under the umbrella you described, which is despicable. So I understand why you're angry and would post an accusation, but that's not who I am and never was who I am. I truly hope you realize that. If there are any men in your life like that, then you have my condolences. Those are awful people, and I hope they realize that and change for the better. That's what this person is saying, but the red pill has gotten a hold of these people. But also the red pill and the Theo bros pretty much align these days. Let me tell you, as I read this, I didn't really feel too much copish. I will cope if these people, these young men, do not get dates for the foreseeable future until something changes in our country. So that we'll just hope and pray that these men just don't get dates. They don't get women to even look their way because of what has happened in this country. Let's move on. Let's get some cope. It's time for some Dear Don letters. Let's look at how poor MAGA writes to fascist Santa. In the Prayers to Trump subreddit, they blank out people's handles and names. All right, but Fuzz says, I'm a quadriplegic living in a nursing home for 40 years. I've done a lot of amazing things and a lot of crazy things, enough to knock you on your butt. The fact that he's saying this to Donald Trump, like Donald Trump is reading this, is wild, but okay. He says, in a nursing home, you only get $50 a month. With all this crap happening for a long time, 4 to 5 years, 4 years of Biden, it's hard to get stuff for $50. All that crap happened. We need more than $50 when candy bar is $2 and pop is $2. You order pizza, costs $10 to deliver stuff. Can you get a hold of me? And he gives his phone number and call between the hours of 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. He's like, get in touch with me. We need to figure out how you're going to give me some more money. I'm in this nursing home. Pop is $2. Like, bruh, what we going to do about this, fascist Santa? Now, Sally is talking to fascist Santa saying, can you please have the city of San Antonio replace the statue of Colonel Travis to Travis Park? It belongs to the Confederate women of Texas, and the city took it away. These daughters of the Confederacy are bold with it. Like their symbols of racism need to fly free. Jar is trying to get a job and he really thinks that Donald Trump can help. So he says, I wish there was a way to contact you directly. So instead, I will say something here. I think Amazon's hiring practices should be investigated and probably banned. If they want to hire someone, they should have a one-on-one interview. Instead, you waste your time online, then you get sent to their screenings where you realize you're only one of several applicants. They give you a start date, then they send you an email saying it's canceled because it's full. Thank you for wasting my time and gas to run out of town in foul weather for absolutely nothing. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This one isn't a Dear Don letter. This is a Facebook post. But Donna says, I have to be honest and admit I voted for Trump. I thought he was our best choice, but now I'm not so sure. There's a lot of things going on that I don't like or approve of. I thought he was out for his people, but I have to question it. She has questions. She's not landed on, the answers just yet, but some of these things are just not right. But Heidi says, no, Donna, he was out for his billionaire friends, not the rest of us. Duh. And to that, Donna says, I'm seeing a lot of things I don't like. I can't take back my vote, but I can admit I was wrong. But she would probably still vote for him again. So this is the reason why I don't take these people seriously. This post in the Leopards Ate My Face is titled, 3-time Trump voter who can't afford anything questions when Doge dividend checks will arrive. I like this person more motivation because he puts out this how it started, how it's going. It makes it really easy to us, for us to see the transition. Back in November, the content creator JoJo says, I never thought the United States would see a felon president before we'd see a woman president, but here we are. And to that, Steve Hatmaker, but if you look at his it says Shatmaker 23. Why would you make that your handle? Shatmaker. I got distracted. But Shatmaker says, hell yeah, Trump kicks butt. And that was November 8th. How it's going. Okay, August 3rd, he says, I voted for Trump 3 times and I'm getting frustrated for the first time because prices are not going down. Where are the Doge dividend checks? WTF. And then on August 1st, he said, I voted for Trump 3 times. I'm pissed right now because I still can't afford anything. What the F happened to the Doge checks? What the F happened to lower prices? Also, someone needs to be arrested already or I'm done. I don't know what done means and what that's going to lead to, but Shatmaker is done. This one's titled, I voted for Trump and didn't realize I was going to have to foot the bills for his actions. I didn't know what this social media was. I didn't know that this was Nextdoor because I'm not on Nextdoor, but that's what this social media platform is. So this person says, when will prices go down that were promised would go down right off the bat in 2025? I pay more than I ever have compared to my COLA, cost of living raise. Groceries are more, medical premiums, co-pays, deductibles, co-insurance, and prescriptions are more. I work full time for crying out loud and get health care through my employer. Clothing is more. Sorry, we need clothes. If anyone expects us to put into the economy, how without charging on our credit card? Something is not working. Go for it. Blame me. But for what? For wanting to put food on the table? We do not go out, except for maybe Papa Murphy's Pizza on occasion. Will you blame me for keeping our lights on, for taking care of our health? Not that that matters at all. It so doesn't to us. This part. We are Swedish, English, and Irish heritage. All our family members have paid into and benefited from being U.S. citizens from the start. Didn't he promise he would make it better? We're still waiting. The fact that he typed, he's Swedish, English, and Irish, like, so? What does this even mean? And no, things are not going to get cheaper. They're not going to go down. We're going to all suffer because this is what y'all voted for. The first comment says, I think we were sold a bill of goods as usual. The second neighbor says, didn't he also promise that Mexico would pay for the wall and that China would pay the tariffs? Maybe a couple of other untruths, but who's counting? The third neighbor says, you mean Trump lied? I'm aghast. He's getting quite rich right now, though. Thank heavens. And our taxes are helping to fund his schemes. Just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. The fourth neighbor says, blame the people who believed a felon would have their backs. Fifth neighbor says, I believe blank CC may have an Econ 101 class, So some community college will have an Econ 101 class starting in the fall. Those who are ignorant regarding this discipline might learn something by taking this class. Like, y'all's dumb selves shouldn't have been voting thinking that the prices were going to go down. So we have to call them dumb in some type of way. And that person was able to do it beautifully. And then at the bottom, maybe DJT should enroll. Let's end with some Facebook transitions. So this woman named Lisa, she's a fan of Doge and Elon Musk. She shares a few different posts regarding Elon Musk and Doge. So this one was titled, Musk says Social Security recipients to receive more money under Doge's cost-cutting work. She believed this stuff. This is what she posted back in March. Then she shared something from Jesse Waters from Fox News, and I put news in quotes, saying Elon Musk says fake charity NGOs, which are overwhelmingly run by Democrats, are running a massive money laundering scheme. Remember when Elon Musk was calling people basically parasites, even though this dude gets millions of dollars a day? Now here's Lisa talking to Don, saying, I'm so upset now, as I heard we are not getting any rebate checks at all. I'm very disillusioned. I voted for Donald Trump each time. I thought Doge found all this money that had been stolen from taxpayers for decades. Living on $1,500 a month Social Security at 72 is poverty level. Why can't real U.S. citizens be given something with all the corruption? Why can't we be given something with all the deceit that has happened? Even during the Biden administration, we were given stimulus checks. It sounds like she wants some socialism. Is that socialism? I think. Are these people communist, socialist, liberals? Y'all know how they just throw words out there. Communist, socialist, liberals. That's just what they are. They just want. Anyways, these poors, they really expected big things from fascist Santa, and they're not getting it. Anyways, like, comment, share.
Democrats, I have a question for you. Is there anything that President Trump can do while he's in the office for the next 3 years? Okay, because time is going by quick. Those 6 months, flew by. Is there anything that he can do to get your respect? Just anything. I don't know.